Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the new chapter, chapter number 3, motion in a straight line. So, what do you mean by motion? Motion is common to everything in the universe. We walk, run, and ride a bicycle. Even when we are sleeping, air moves into and out of our lungs, and blood flows in arteries and veins. We see leaves falling from tree and water falling down a dam. Automobiles and planes carry people from one place to the other. So, in that cases, motion can occur. So, what do you mean by motion? Let's see an example. So, in that picture, a car is moving. Okay, then tell me what is a motion? Motion is a change in position of a body with time or its surrounding. Okay, so how can we define motion? Motion is change in position of an object with a time. Okay. Let us consider another example. A ball is moving from A to B. So in that case, the time is also changed. So the ball is in motion. So motion is change in position of a body with time or its surrounding. So in this chapter, we shall learn how to describe motion. For this, we develop the concepts of velocity and acceleration. Okay. Mainly there are two branches in physics that examine the motion of an object. First one is kinematics. So what is kinematics? Kinematics is the study of motion of objects without looking at the cause of the motion. So kinematics means it's also study of motion of objects. In that case, we cannot consider the cause of the motion. The second one is dynamics. Dynamics relates the motion of objects to the force which caused them. So there are two main branches in physics for study of motion. The first one is kinematics and second one is dynamics. In kinematics, we also study the motion of objects without consider the cause of the motion. So motion is change in position of an object with the time. Then what do you mean by rest? If an object does not change its position with respect to its surroundings with the time, then it is called at rest. But motion and rest are relative terms. That is mean object which is at rest in one frame of reference can be in motion in another frame of reference at the same time. The next one is frame of reference. You know that motion and rest are relative terms. Earlier you learned that motion is change in position of an object with the time. Okay. In order to specify position, we need to use a reference point and a set of axes. It is convenient to choose a rectangular coordinate system consisting of three mutually perpendicular axes, that is x, y and z. The point of intersection of these three axes is called origin. That is, so this one is the x-axis, then this one is y, then this one is z. The intersection of these three coordinates, we call it as origin, denoted by letter O. Okay, then this is the reference point. The coordinates x, y and z of an object describe the position of the object with respect to this coordinate system. To measure time, we position a clock in this system. This coordinate system along
We
with
generally
the clock
choose a coordinate
constitutes a
system
frame of
attached to the
reference.
earth as a reference system for most of the problems. If one or more coordinates of an object change with the time, we say that the object is in motion. Otherwise, the object is said to be at rest with respect to this frame of reference. So, on the basis of this frame of reference, the motion of an object can be classified into three types. The first one is one-dimensional motion. If only one out of three coordinates specifying the position of the object changes with respect to time, then the motion is called one-dimensional motion. only one coordinate changes, then we say that the motion is in one-dimensional motion. For example, motion of a block in a straight line, motion of a train along a straight track, a man walking on a level, a narrow road, and object falling under gravity, etc. are example for one-dimensional motion. The next one is two-dimensional motion. If only 2 out of 3 coordinates specifying the position of the object changes with respect to time, then the motion is called two-dimensional motion. In that case, 2 coordinates will change. For a circular motion is an instant of two-dimensional motion. Then the last one is three-dimensional motion. Then what is three-dimensional motion? In that case, all the 3 coordinates specifying the position of the object changes with respect to time. Then the motion is called three-dimensional motion. Examples are flying bird, a flying kite, a flying aeroplane. They are in three-dimensional motion.